All right, here's the setup to the milkshake incident. Before the sheriff showed up, before CPS got involved, this is what really caused it. These messages, hundreds of them, sent within 48 hours of the milkshake night. It's all based off jealousy and rage because I'm dating someone else because she's been trying to get me to date her since she robbed the house in May of 2009. Ever since that day, she never really thought that the relationship was over. It was a control tactic. It was like, you better comply or else I'm going to do this to you. And this was all part of the relationship. It was all control. If you don't, if you don't act right, I'm going to move out. And then I'm going to take our daughter and move out. And this is repeated over and over. But when you stop caring, you stop caring. So I'm going to read you some text messages and we're going to throw this up on the screen because this is some crazy stuff. And you can't make this stuff up. So 147 text messages in 48 hours. This is the normal. This is, again, normal exes don't text you this much. Hers is an obsession. It's blind rage because I didn't want to be with her because obviously it's abusive and I don't want to be with an abusive person. Here's some overlays. You have a girlfriend. Why does it matter? You can move her in if that's what you're getting at. When is she moving in? So you're that serious? Oh, hello. Just be honest. No answer mean a yes. I asked if you guys talked about it already. Now March always says so. She's scrolling through Facebook, watching every move. This is what she historically does. Watches when I post pictures of the kids. Watches who I'm dating. Watches everything. If she's watching my house, she's watching all my social medias. Demanding details about who I'm seeing. In less than 15 minutes, she sends 6 text messages. I don't reply once. It starts escalating and escalating. It's just, this is the level of crazy that you cannot make up. When are you proposing to Danny? You must be proposing if she's moving in. Winky face. When you going to do that? You are going to give up kids so she can move in? Please tell me you're not serious. That's sad. You're willing to give up your kids for her. That's all I needed to know. Okay, so you're going to make it a permanent situation? Didn't think so. Tell me I'm wrong and swear on it. Swear on your kids. Okay, then propose, winky face. Prove it, bitch. So here's the crazy part about this. She has family in the court system. The same court system that has abused me and my children for 17 years now. They've literally crossed out dates, backdated, approved orders that were illegally filed, allowed multiple attorneys to do the same thing. So in these text messages, she literally brings out her cousin in this and how that whole thing about losing my kids. Oh, Shannon does this. Shannon told me that. Oh, it happens all the time. So she's getting source from the inside of the court system. This is how deep this corruption goes. And it'll be exposed one day. And I hope sooner than later so that I can I have a chance to rebuild my relationship with my daughter because all this stuff is it's a cover up. It's a child abuse cover up. That's what we're exposing here. 17 years of child abuse cover up that involves the court systems, attorneys, CPS, safe haven counselors, all the way up to the Utah Attorney General, the OPC, the Utah Bar Association. All these people have been given custody evaluations of irreparable harm of child abuse. By Utah standard, they are mandatory reporters. And this even goes up to currently the Utah Supreme Court Ethics Committee has denied my case of even presenting the evidence to them last year. And now it sits since May of this year, over 5 months now, waiting for a response. And I've given them so much information, so much evidence of this entire abuse. And all it is a cover up. It's a massive cover-up of domestic and child abuse. And that's what the family court systems are. So these are literally the text messages coming into what her and her family did to me when I literally just tried to give a shake to my daughter. The attack. Again, now they're guilty of the attack, so now they have to rewrite the history of what actually happened by falsifying CPS and sheriff reports. Again, they're willing to go to the extreme of criminal engagement and violating the laws in order to make themselves look like they're the victim in all this. So by March 28th, the jealousy turns into punishment. Like 12 messages in 25 minutes. Every one about Danny, not one about our children. Again, it's not about the children. It's about their need to control, their need to abuse. If you're getting off the hook from the abuse, they have to put you right back on it. That's what this is. It's setting up a stage. This is complete violence. It's domestic violence. So 2 days later, March 29th, is when I asked to stop and give my daughter a shake. And that's under the excuse of a friendly visit. She waits till she gets me there to abuse me. It was supposed to be a simple civil exchange where I literally give my daughter a shake and say, "Love you, baby," blah, blah, blah. Well, again, I believed her that it would be civil because she allowed me to come over, even though she's been triggered for all this time coming into this. And this actually goes back weeks and weeks, and even to the start of the year where all this stuff's going on. I brought my daughter her favorite milkshake, and then as I knelt in the doorway, handing it to her, her mother stood over us, and that's when she started calling me a whore, piece of shit, a bad father, a glorified babysitter. It was one of her favorite things to degrade me with, on top of being a whore. But my daughter could feel the anger. She froze in confusion, holding her milkshake, and she didn't know what if she could come to me because mom's yelling over me, over the top, and trying to keep it. And I'm just trying to keep it peaceful. I'm just ignoring everything. So when the insults didn't get a reaction like she wanted, she slammed the door in my face, on my head. So trying to make it look like I was trying to force my way inside when really she was physically abusing me. I mean, that's how literally how sad this really is. And this is not about parenting or safety. It was rage from jealousy, triggered by the social media posts and the new relationship. Within 24 hours, that jealousy turned into physical abuse. And the following day, it became a sheriff's phone call and then a CPS report. And her and her family all in on it. Keep these text messages in mind when you see what's coming with CPS next, because these messages prove that there was no talk, no injuries, no concern, only a plan driven by jealousy and control and rage. Because she'll report to the CPS worker a completely different narrative that we talked that night, and uh, has this narrative that she creates, but really she abuses our daughter and has her try to make false allegations of abuse against me. It's really sad. It's heartbreaking. And this is all triggered because of this. And then after the CPS report, I'll get into all the other text messages where she denies it was her, denies it was her family, and literally breaks me and makes me apologize to her. Yeah, this is it is some deep, dark abuse, but she'll abuse you so much and say it wasn't her. And, oh, that makes me feel bad. Oh, you're doing this, just playing the victim role. And then when you really look back and see everything on the table, it's like she really abused me to get an apology from me when it was her and her family the entire time. But yes, she denies it. Oh, it was a neighbor. It was this, it wasn't me. I promised on our children, blah, blah. It wasn't me. This is the type of abuse that family court's notorious for. And it's honestly mostly against the safe parent. And it's the one that's making up the crazy stories is typically the abuser, because the stories don't add up. The stories don't make sense, but nobody takes the time to sit there and break it down. And does this really make sense? And actually, you add up all the narratives, you will see clear signs of abuse, clear signs that their stories never match up. It's always reported something different to one other person, reported different to a doctor. It's always chasing something else. There's never a clear narrative. And that's what family court needs to figure out is they need to stop this, and they need to take perjury as a real serious offense. All this CPS stuff, if you're false reporting, it needs to be a very serious offense, because if one happens, it snowballs all the rest of them. This is one of 8 that's coming out.